It's time to learn about music. It's time to learn about music. It's time to learn about music. Hello, Megan and Paige, and welcome to your next music lesson. We're going to be doing a craft today, and this craft has to do with the different notes. Do you remember Wilbur the whole note, Holly the half note, Quincy the quarter note, and Edna the eighth note? You're going to be using these notes to make a mobile. At the very top of the mobile will be the whole note, Wilbur, and at the very bottom of the mobile will be Edna, the eighth note. You want to know why? I think you should remember, because Wilbur is the longest note and Edna is the shortest note. Let me show you what I mean. Remember when we talked about the notes last time? Wilbur sounded like this. Wilbur. There were 4 beats to each of the whole notes. Will was the first whole note and Burr was the second whole note. Listen to a Holly half note. Holly, Holly. Didn't that sound familiar? Holly has 2 beats. I just sang 4 half notes. Now, what's the next smallest one? Can you remember? It's Quincy quarter note. Listen, remember Quincy only has 1 beat, so every time you clap, you should be saying Quincy quarter. Ready? Quincy quarter, Quincy quarter. Or you could sing it. Quincy quarter, Quincy quarter. You just sang 8 quarter notes. That's crazy. All right, how about the next one? What is the next smallest note? Edna eighth note. How could I have forgotten? Edna eighth note sounds like this, and this time I'm going to say it. Edna eighth note, Edna eighth note, Edna eighth note, Edna eighth note. Now, why was I saying it so fast? Because Edna is the fastest note. Okay, Edna only has 1/2 of a beat. Since we know that Wilbur has 4 beats, Holly half note has 2 beats, Quincy quarter has 1 beat, and Edna eighth note has 1/2 of a beat, we can make our mobile to show how many beats each of those notes have. You're going to need some supplies to make this craft, so let me give you the list. You're going to need some note cards, approximately 15, if I'm counting right. You'll need some string or some ribbon. You'll need a marker. Any color will do. And you need a hole punch. Make sure you have the hole punch. You can even use a 3-hole punch if you just use one of the hole punchy things. What you're going to do is on your first card, you're going to put it long ways. Then you're going to take your marker and draw a Wilbur whole note on it. Just like that. And on the back of your note card, you're going to write how many beats Wilbur is. And since Wilbur is 4 beats, you should write a 4. Now, we're only going to have 1 Wilbur because he is the top of our mobile, because he is the largest note. Then, take another note card, and this time, do it tall-wise. On this note card, I want you to draw a Holly half note. Holly half note is an open circle with a staff on it. How many beats does Holly half note get? 2, that's right. So on the back, you write a 2. Now, since there are 4 beats in a whole note and 2 beats in a half note, you need 2 half notes to get 4 beats. Isn't that right? 2 plus 2 is 4. Good job. So you'll need 2 half notes. On the next card, you're going to use it tall-wise. Quincy quarter is a filled-in circle with a tall stick coming out of it. Just like that. How many beats does a Quincy quarter get? 1, that's right. So write 1 on the back of your card. Since there are 4 beats in a whole note, we need 4 beats in our quarter notes too. So we need 4 Quincy quarter notes. The last one you do upwards too, and that is Edna 8th note. Edna 8th note is a filled-in circle with a line sticking out of it and 1 flag, like this. How many beats does an Edna 8th note get? 1/2 of a beat. Okay. So write 1/2 on the back of your card. Since there are 4 beats in a whole note, we need 4 beats of Edna 8th notes. That means we need 8 Edna 8th notes. Isn't that crazy? You just double the 4 to get 8. So you're going to need 8 8th note cards. Next, you take your ribbon or your string and you punch holes in your cards with your hole punch. You need a hole on the top of the card and 2 holes on the bottom. Like this. Our next smallest note is the half note, holly half note. You take your ribbon after you've punched your holes and you tie them together in order. So it hangs like this. And you could put a ribbon on the top so you can hang it up somewhere in the house. Remember, it goes biggest to smallest. At the top, you should have your whole note, and then your half note, then quarter note, and then, last of all, Edna 8th note. If you need help, just ask your mom and dad. When you're done, you should have a mobile. If you need to see the whole note, half note, quarter note, or 8th note, pause the screen now. I hope you enjoy doing your craft. And remember to put the numbers on the back. If you need to hear these instructions again, just replay the video. See you later.